Yo, what's going on guys, Arekkz here, welcome back to another Division video, and in today's video we are back talking about more patch 1.6 stuff, and this time the focus is on gear sets. If you guys haven't seen my video on everything coming to patch 1.6, then I will link that down below, and if you guys want some more information on the new exotic weapons and gear, then that is also down below. Quick note as well, if by the time you guys are watching this video, Massive have decided to release the patch notes, then I will follow up this video with a more in-depth one, but I'm actually away today and tomorrow, so this video should tide you guys over until then. Anyway, on to the topic at hand. From the information we have so far, there are 3 gear sets that are receiving some rather major changes: AlphaBridge, Reclaimer and Frontline, aka D3FNC, as well as a minor change to Tactician's Authority, plus there's going to be a brand new set that goes by the name of SEEKR. So let's start with the changes and save the new stuff till last. AlphaBridge up first. This was obviously going to get some attention in 1.6. In the game as we know it right now, AlphaBridge is one of, if not the strongest sets, made possible mainly due to the combination of FAMAS and whatever you decide to take as your primary AR, usually something like LVOAC, G36 or an M4. Right now, your AlphaBridge 2-piece gives you plus 100% health regen, and your 3-piece gives you plus 5% weapon damage. They haven't said anything about that in the post, so as far as I'm aware, they are going to remain unchanged. However, your 4-piece is what's going to get a slight tweak. Currently, if you have 2 of the same archetype weapons equipped, then whichever weapon you are using gains all of the unlocked talents from the other weapon. So provided you have them all unlocked, then that means your main weapon can carry a total of 6 weapon talents, which is quite strong. However, in patch 1.6, they're going to be changing this slightly. It will still behave the same way, in that it will require 2 of the same archetype weapon to be equipped. However, instead of giving you all 3 talents from your secondary, it'll just give you the free talent, i.e. the one that goes in the 3rd slot that doesn't cost anything to unlock. That then means your main weapon will only have a maximum of 4 talents and not 6. Obviously not as powerful as before, but the set will still allow you to get more on a weapon than you could on any other set. The other change, however, is that AlphaBridge also won't work with the new exotic weapons, given that some of their unique talents are quite strong and are designed to be unique to that particular weapon. They don't want people to then be able to use AlphaBridge to potentially drag those talents onto otherwise unintended weapons. So admittedly, the set will be a little more limited than before, but I'm going to reserve judgment until I can actually test it out for myself on the PTS. Now moving on from there to the Reclaimer set. This is actually super interesting. I just wish I hadn't dismantled all of my Reclaimer pieces. Reclaimer is going to go from being the consumable usage team buffing set that it is now, to a full-on support healer set focused around the support station. The new Reclaimer 2-piece will increase the range of the support station. No exact values just yet, but with this it'll afford your team more freedom to move within the area of effect. Your 3-piece will increase the skill's duration, so again allowing your team to benefit from it for longer. And then finally, your 4-piece, this is pretty cool. It's the first time we've actually seen a gear set do this, but having your 4-piece active will unlock all 3 mods on the support station skill. That means life support for the auto revive, immunizer for the immunity to status effects, and ammo cache for that ammo regen. Having all 3 of those mods active at the same time in a wide radius is going to be incredibly powerful for high level team play. As I mentioned the other day, with the new incursion and legendary difficulty missions around the corner, this could genuinely be a very important set to have in your team. Don't forget, however, that you're going to have to more heavily spec into skill power to make your skills effective in 1.6, so if someone is going to use this, they're more than likely going to need to commit to the skill power life. Then, turning our attention to the Frontline or the D3FNC set. For the most part, this is going to remain unchanged. The only minor alteration is the 4-piece set bonus. Currently, when this is active, it allows you to use an SMG with a ballistic shield instead of a sidearm, with the sacrifice being that this then puts your crit chance down to 0% for that weapon. The problem with this, however, and I'm sure you guys are very much aware of this, is that it's still very much possible to bypass this 0% crit chance with mods and skills, so in actual fact this ends up being a bit redundant. So instead of that, in patch 1.6 they're going to do away with the 0% crit chance so that you can still use whatever crit chance your build has, and in turn benefit from the crit hit damage your SMG has baked in, but instead all mods will be removed from your ballistic shield, so it will be like running around with a base ballistic shield. No reactive targeting, assault shield or kinetic breaker, just the base. This should in turn then make the set a little bit more balanced in that you won't have a ridiculously overpowered shield that rarely ever breaks, but you will then have a little bit more potency in the weapon that you're using. Again, I'll need to test this to confirm, but this will more than likely just mean that you'll need to be a little bit more cautious when face tanking enemies. I think it goes without saying though that a resourceful backpack will be more important than ever with this new change. After that, just a minor one, but Tactician's Authority. For any of you guys that use it right now, you'll know that for every bullet you and your group land, it adds 0.2% skill power to you for a max of a 30% bonus. And after 10 seconds, that bonus refreshes. However, in 1.6, instead of being on a 10-second timer, it just hinges on skill usage. Once you use a skill, the bonus will reset, which then means you can pile in damage to build up the skill power buff, and then save it for when you use a skill, in turn taking advantage of the boost, after which point you need to do it again. Much better in my opinion, because it doesn't make it redundant if there's nothing within range for 10 seconds. And then finally we have the new set that they are introducing called SEEKR. This set is built around landing body shots. We don't currently know the 2 and 3 piece, but we know that the 4 piece bonus will give you a guaranteed crit after landing 2 consecutive shots, and these shots can then be spread between enemies. So effectively, every third shot is a crit, or, 33% crit. It also doesn't list a weapon requirement, meaning that this will probably be applicable to all weapons. So pair this with something like, say, the new exotic Hungry Hog in patch 1.6, which has a damage boost after a kill provided you continue to hold down the trigger, then 33% of your 200 bullet magazine will be a crit to the body, which could be pretty nice. Easy to shoot because it's large target, lots of bullets, so plenty of benefit. This does of course potentially run the risk of becoming the new OP set, but again, until I can test it for myself, I'm not going to know for sure. But either way, that is what's new. And that's pretty much it, at least based on the information we have right now. Once we get the patch notes, we'll know more for sure. So for the time being, if you guys enjoyed this, then a like would be super appreciated, and comment down below and let me know what you guys think of these new changes. Thanks for watching, take it easy, catch you next time, peace out.